headline is that Biden's asking Congress for $33 billion in supplemental aid for Ukraine over the next 5 months. Clearly, this is sending a message that the administration sees success in Ukraine as a major priority. Biden also announcing legislative proposals to crack down on Russian oligarchs, hoping to establish new authorities for seizing property of Russian oligarchs, cracking down on sanctions evasion, he said, also establishing new protocols for how the seized funds could be used actually to turn around and assist Ukraine. Let's bring in our ABC's Kenneth Moten here in Washington. He's been listening and following this along with us. So, Kenneth, first of all, this is a bit of a larger number than we have seen so far. Is there even enough support in Congress to approve a package this big?
Well, the White House believes there's that bipartisan support. We've seen Republicans and Democrats come out in support and major support for Ukraine and arming Ukrainians in this fight against Russian aggression as that war rages on. $33 billion is a massive price tag, Kira, but you heard the president there say that the cost of this fight in Ukraine is not cheap, but caving to aggression is going to be more costly if we allow it to happen. That $33 billion is an additional to that more than $13 billion that Congress approved in a bipartisan way last month when that war started. It was in March when they approved that large sum of $13 billion. The numbers, we've heard so many of them, Kira, that they've just been kind of all over the place, it feels like. But when it comes to supporting Ukraine, this is what it's all about for this administration, is that, yes, we have to arm them, we have to provide humanitarian help, but this is also about a bigger picture of providing security to Eastern Europe there, to those allies of the U.S.
Yeah, no, when you say kind of all over the place, I mean, he started even, going from weapons to wheat, He talked about this part of the package that includes targeted funding specifically to, let's see, I'm looking back at my notes here. Targeted funding to address economic disruptions, here we go, in the U.S. as a result of this war. He mentioned gas and oil, even helping increase U.S. production, as I mentioned, of wheat and soybeans. All of this impacting us globally, for sure, from what we eat to how we drive our cars. I mean, we are very focused on what's happening in Ukraine and the people there that are being killed at the hands of the Russians, but the overall impact, I mean, when you say all over the place, the president addressed all those issues, from gas and oil to food to production of food and resources.
Yeah, this aid package really is wide-ranging, Kira. I was reading through the letter the president is sending to Congress, including the Speaker of the House. And not only does he make the case for why Ukraine needs this money, talking about the successes of the Ukrainian people and holding back Russia and, obviously very key battles that have been happening there, and how Russia probably thought that essentially that they would be able to take Ukraine pretty easily here, but the Ukrainians have not made that fight easy. But as I mentioned, this is a wide-ranging aid package. And you mentioned there about the economic disruptions here at home, because the president has said this is Putin's price hike. When he's talked about inflation, yes, we were dealing with inflation before the war there in Ukraine, but we know that prices have been driven up also since this war started. And so, yes, food crops, wheat and soybeans, all of this, funding to allow the use of the Defense Production Act to expand domestic production of critical reserves here. All of this, the president is trying to provide some relief to the American people and also provide that support to the Ukrainians as well.
All right, Kenneth, thank you so much.
Hi, everyone. George Stephanopoulos here. Thanks for checking out the ABC News YouTube channel. If you'd like to get more videos, show highlights, and watch live event coverage, click on the right over here to subscribe to our channel. And don't forget to download the ABC News app for breaking news alerts. Thanks for watching.